Well, good morning there, my clowns, my circus goers, my trapeze artists, my circus food vendor persons. Yeah, that didn't make much sense. Anyway, Big Night here, Big Night Streaming Circus. We're in the mobile studios today. That's right, inside of my Dodge Challenger. So, on the top of the news today, there's all kinds of stuff going on. 3 police officers shot in what was it, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I think they were sheriff's deputies or a mix of different guys. They were issuing a warrant. And so apparently 3 of them were shot. I didn't hear if they died. Somebody said that there were, I think there were 3 deaths at that altercation. I have to get some more information on that, but that's a very sad thing. And that was yesterday, I believe. Yes, yesterday. Today, I wake up and I get the first thing on the radio when I'm driving the car and doing my thing. And, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel has been virtually canceled from his show on ABC due to some statements that he made about Charlie Kirk and his death, that I think some people were very upset about because it's a politicalized state, situation, and it seems very fluid right now because things are happening very quickly to people that speak out. Their First Amendment rights don't really matter, but he gets paid to make comments. So if he cut his own throat, Jimmy Kimmel, that being, if he cut his own throat because he said something that was a little distasteful, I've been in a situation like that as well. I had a friend of mine on the radio back in the, I would say, 2000s, named Marconi. He was a radio host in Portland, but then became syndicated. They started doing this regional syndication thing, and it was a thing, right? That he said he was making really satirical comments about prisoners of war that were getting their heads chopped off, military personnel. And in Seattle, where he was based out of at that time, they're pretty strong about the military there, especially at that time when we were after 9/11, stuff like that, I think, was what was going on. And these guys had been captured and they got their heads chopped off by the Al-Qaeda, I believe it was at that time, or Muslim, Anyway, he made an off-the-wall comment with some sound effects, dealing with a chainsaw and screams from the people that were being, put to death, basically. And he thought that was satirical and funny. Well, he got canceled, immediately. This is very similar to that, where you've got a talk show host who feels that maybe he's untouchable, but he should have taken notice what was going on with Steve Colbert, and but he stuck to his guns. He said what he was going to say. Now, if he comes back and apologizes to try to keep his job, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean, he said what he said, and it may have been distasteful. I don't know, because I didn't see what he had said. But ABC is like, well, we're losing too many sponsors, so you're done. And I don't know if they're going to try to replace him, and the person that replaces him, are they going to be... And this is kind of odd for me because ABC hasn't been a really big Trump supporter, but when the FCC gets involved, that's a bigger issue. The FCC is, virtually is ran by the government. And who runs the government right now? Trump. So, yeah, I can see why he's being, basically shut up. Be like, boom, you're not going to do this anymore because we run the show. Which is kind of sad that you're going to have, and I think Jimmy Kimmel looks at himself as being a satirical news journalist, because he doesn't report on anything that's not factual. He just makes light of certain things. So for this to happen to him is kind of ironic, but then again, the writing's on the wall. And if he had, like I said, if he really valued his job and his livelihood, which he's already made millions, as long as he's got a good investment portfolio, he'll be fine. He's going to bounce back. He's going to do his own thing. I mean, I have faith in Jimmy Kimmel for that purpose. So it's just a matter of, you know, I'm not going to shut up and say what I want to say because I don't get paid to do this. So that's just one of the things. 8:30. Let me try to pull in this. It says 8:30. This little driveway here. See the driveway. I'm pulling in the driveway. Anyway, I just wanted to update you guys about what was going on. I wish you the best. I hope things are okay for you guys, everybody. And we will go from there. But have a great day, everyone. Okay? Please, have an awesome day. Big Nate out!